Hey guys, it's Stephanie Riley and welcome back to my channel. So it is September 30th and you're probably wondering why I haven't made a video in 2 weeks. I have been busy preparing for Tiff's 31 Days of Samhain, which starts tomorrow, which I am super hyped about, releasing the first video of Samhain 2021. So I'm super excited for that, and of course, just a heads up, some of the videos that I did record for the 31 Days of Samhain have been pre-recorded just to kind of keep up and everything this year and everything. So last year I barely even kept up with the 31 Days of Samhain, but this year, because I am pre-recording each and every video, it's gonna be worth it. Trust me, you guys, it's gonna be worth it. And of course, I'm organizing every single video title and everything of what I want to say, what I want to do, etc., etc. So today I kind of want to talk about something that not a lot of people understand, and that is the reason why I've been single for 5 years. I have been single for 5 years before my partner and I started dating. Yes, I officially have a partner, and we are very much so happy together. A lot of people don't realize that I was raised in a cult. And with what had happened back in 2018 is not the real deal of what had really happened. So this is going to be kind of a little bit like my testimony, a little bit of a trigger warning right now, as it does mention religious trauma and sexual trauma, etc., etc. So just a little bit of a disclaimer right there, trigger warning. I was raised in a cult. Basically, I was raised to be super religious. I was taught to fear God, the Christian God, above all. I was taught to submit myself to something, or else I would be punished and go to hell. That was not the case, unfortunately, with my God. Because I was so judgmental with other beliefs, I was taught to do no wrong growing up in the church. I was taught money was supposed to make you happy, getting more of something was supposed to make you happy, popularity was supposed to make you happy, this, that, and the other. Basically, worldly things was supposed to make you happy. With me, it wasn't. And I was searching for something more than just worldly things to make me happy. Even to this day, I still struggle with wanting more. Instead of wanting more of the Creator, I want more of worldly things, and that's not the way it should be. When I was in high school, sophomore year of high school, I fell in love with a guy who I thought was my twin flame, but he turned out to be a snob. And I'm not sure if that's his girlfriend still, because his girlfriend's a snob too. But that's not my problem. That is not my problem. It's not my problem now. I'm happier now. I don't give a shit about them anymore. So, and that's not what this video is about either. This video is basically stating my side of what really had happened the past 3 years. Basically, when I was in high school, I fell in love with this guy whom I thought was my twin flame. I kind of basically followed him everywhere. A lot of people were like, well, you're stalking him. For one, there's a difference between stalking and lurking. Lurking just basically means like if you were to lurk on a celebrity's social media page. Stalking is when you know where a person lives, basically. And I don't even know where these people even live. So how am I stalking them if I don't know where they live? A lot of people lurk on other people's pages. It's human nature. I think with what my deal was, I wanted, because I was so insecure with myself and I hated myself so much, I wanted somebody else to love me and to take care of that loneliness and to take care of the hurt. When in reality, I needed to go into myself, go deeper within my soul, and heal myself, and focus on my inner needs, and focus on my needs, rather than actually be in a relationship with someone else to take care of those needs. And at the time I was feeding off the negativity and everything, and I thought, and at the time, a lot of the guys, of course being in high school, you will have your type. A lot of guys had types and everything like that, which made me more insecure. Senior year of high school, I was in an abusive relationship. Which I now know apparently was a hookup from one of my now ex-best friends. This guy apparently had a crush on me, and wanted to date me. So at the time I was 3 years single, and my desperate ass wanted to be with someone, so I'm just like, okay, I just, give him a chance. Little did I know he would end up abusing me. Little did I know that I would end up getting molested and not trusting any men. Now, I had my fair share of sexual assault because I was sexually assaulted in the church, which I didn't know until my later years, until I was kicked out of my old church. I didn't even know I was raised in a cult until I lived with my grandmother. I remember crying out to the Christian God multiple times, asking him to come rescue me from the abuse of the church, what my old church did, and the abuse of what I've gone through, and he didn't listen. He completely ignored me, basically leaving me for dead. And on Faithful Day, I remember crying out to the universe, saying, if there is a real, authentic God who loves unconditionally, come and save me. And here I am today. It's been almost 3 years since Faithful Day, and I'm still here. I could have died. I could have died that night, but instead, the God and Goddess of the universe came to rescue me. I'm still searching on what path is healing for me. All I know is that I'm no longer a Christian, because if all Christians do is hate and judge and push their beliefs down others' throats thinking they're right, what's the point? What's the point? The reason why I have been 5 years single is because of religion. I was taught that if I did have sex before marriage, I would be considered dirty. And that stuck in my head, and that was stuck. Angel! And that was stuck in my head for so many years. Hell, I didn't even trust in men because of that, which is again why I was single for 5 years. I didn't trust men. Probably why I had an obsessive love that really wasn't love. I will say it's okay to have fantasies, but it's not okay to have an obsessive love to the point where it's unhealthy and it's not the universe's plan. Again, it's okay to have fantasies, but if it's not in the universe's plan. I still struggle with the thought. I still struggle with the fact that even if I do have sex before marriage, my mom, especially with her being super religious, she would punish me. But the fact that my body has been through tons of abuse, tons of trauma, I think I deserve something good to happen with my body. I think I deserve something good from the universe, such as having a kid. I'm almost 26 years old. My health isn't all that good, but one of my dreams is becoming a mother and having a child. And I believe that with the amount of abuse that my body has gone through, I think I deserve it. There's a little small quote I found on Instagram, and that is, heal yourself before having kids, so that way your kids won't have to heal from having you as a parent. Your kids watch you what you do. And if you're abusing your kids, and if you're disrespecting others, then they don't see you as a loving parent. They see you as, am I gonna be this way when I get older? How your kids act depend on how you raise them. How your kids treat others all depends on how you yourself treat others. If you hate, they're gonna hate, because they're witnessing what you do. That's why it's important to heal yourself first before having kids. Because your kids are probably going to say, well, my mom isn't worth me, being near her. Or my dad or my guardian isn't worth me being near them. Always heal before having kids, so your kids don't have to heal from having you as a parent. Don't just be having kids, just be having kids. There's a lot of people out there who do, and I'm not judging, but there's a lot of women out there who can't conceive and do want children. Some women don't have a choice but to have an abortion. And abortion's a really difficult, sensitive topic that the mother doesn't have a choice to do, especially if she has health problems. My 5 years of singleness has taught me a lot. It's opened up a lot of doors for me. It's opened up the truth. I still struggle with the thought that even if I do have sex before marriage, then, I would be considered dirty. But you know what? My God and Goddess see me as so much more. and they see you as so much more. I am much happier today than I was when I first started this journey. I have learned a lot. Some people may not believe me, and that's okay. That's their problem. The people that I have cut off, they're laughing, but that's because they haven't healed. The people that you cut off were only meant to get the unhealed version of you. The people that are still in your life will see the healed version of you and will continue to see you heal and to do better. Those are the people that you want to be, that you want to stay in your life, is for people who help you grow and to help you thrive and want to see you succeed. Yes, I mess up. Yes, I have broken teeth. I've struggled with an eating disorder since my teen years. So that's the reality of having an eating disorder. Not pretty, isn't it? Hair loss. You're weak. Your bones become fragile. That's the reality of an eating disorder. You're cold, you're hungry, you're miserable. I would not want to wish mental illness on anyone. I would not want to wish an eating disorder on anyone. With COVID still out. Children are dying because of COVID, and children should not have to deal with this. I know I kind of went off topic, as this video was supposed to be about why I've been 5 years single, but I kind of wanted to get that message out. Something told me to get that message, get what I'm talking about out. But all in all, why I have been 5 years single is because of religion. Fear, basically. It's only forward from here. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 1 of Tips 31 Days of Salad.